baby. We are back like we never left. We are live. What is going on? Welcome back to the yard. This is Bears Live, the weekly live stream where I hang out with y'all. And let me mute myself. Boom. Self, you're muted. And we are in the building. Oh, we got my man Plank in the building. What's up, Plank? Bear down, my dude. How you doing? Good to see you in the cut, bro. Hopefully you are doing well, Plank. Happy Friday to you. Happy Friday to anybody else that might be watching or somehow catch this live stream. We're here. And I think today I want to talk about the fact that this is not your parents' Chicago Bears anymore. I mean, y'all see the thumbnail out there, yo. Look at who we got. We got Ben Johnson as head coach. We got Antoine Randall L as our wide receiver coach. Probably the best wide receiver coach that we've had in the building in a while, in my opinion. Then we got Dennis Allen as defensive coordinator, which is just wild to me. But obviously, he was a head coach previously with the New Orleans Saints and the Las Vegas Raiders, but those stops didn't go so well for him as head coach. But now he's the defensive coordinator of the Chicago Bears, and he is still one of the best defensive play callers in the league. So the Bears got a top 5 offensive play caller as head coach. We got a top 5 defensive play caller calling the defense. And the guy is the limit for this team. We already know the talent that is on the team. We got Caleb and Rome and DJ on the offense. We got Jalen, Jaquan. We got Kyler Gordon. We got Montez Sweat on the defense. I mean, we got studs on both sides of the ball who should now be able to fully be utilized in this new coaching staff. So next season is going to be amazing to be a Bear fan and be on this team. And we haven't even gotten to free agency in the draft yet. Obviously, free agency starts next month here. I think the date is March 16th. And then the draft is at the end of April. So we got that stuff coming up. But again, shout out to my man Plank in the building. What's going on? Brokey Bear, what's up, Brokey? That's right. I do this right before CHGO goes live, so I try to time it up with them. I try not to step on people's toes, although most of the Bear fans don't even know I exist, so it wouldn't even matter. But I try not to step on people's toes when I do these live streams, so I try to make sure I go live at a time where nobody else is live, which is pretty hard because there's a lot of Bear channels out there, but I do my best. Plank says, I've never been this hyped over a coaching staff. Right? I mean, we got adults in the building. I mean, when Matt Eberflus filled out his staff, right? He had Alan Williams and Luke Getsy, and they had never been coordinators in the league before. Well, I think Alan Williams might have been, actually, no. I don't know. Actually, what was Alan Williams doing before he became coordinator for the Bears? I don't think he was a coordinator because Matt Eberflus was the coordinator in Indianapolis. So I don't know what the hell Alan Williams was doing before he became coordinator of the Bears. But we know Luke Getsy, he was a quarterback coach. He was not a coordinator. But we got actual people on Ben Johnson's staff that have done the job outside of Declan Doyle. But he's not that important because Ben Johnson calling the plays. So Declan Doyle is a glorified film nerd at this point. Yo, appreciate you, Brokey. Yeah, I picked this up at a sports store on the north side of Chicago. So shout out to Pro Sports World. Appreciate them. They got some good Bear stuff over there. So I go over there to get my Bear stuff. But yeah, man. Now here's the thing, right? So let's talk about this real quick. So we did hire Bill Johnson as the D-line coach. But according to Brad Biggs this morning, he is not going to be the primary defensive line coach. Apparently, he has been brought in as a defensive assistant. But even still, Bill Johnson has some skins on the wall, as you would say, the kids would say. So let's look at what Bill Johnson has done in his time as a coach in football, right? So if we turn our attention to the Twitters here, my man Harrison Graham out here from Bears Now. Love me some Harrison Graham. Let me make this bigger for y'all. So we got longtime NFL and college football defensive line coach Bill Johnson. He spent 3 seasons in the XFL, USFL. He was the Saints D-line coach from 2009 to 2016. Remember, the Saints won a Super Bowl in 2009, so Bill Johnson was on the Super Bowl winning Saints team, which also has Sean Payton as head coach, obviously. And then he was there until 2016. So there's some overlap between Bill Johnson and Dennis Allen, because Dennis Allen came on the scene, I think, in 2015, I think. So, yeah. But here's the thing that gets me most excited about Bill Johnson being on the staff. He was the Rams defensive line coach from 2017 to 2018 when Aaron Donald won Defensive Player of the Year back-to-back. Whoo. Back-to-back, fam. Back-to-back. Defensive Player of the Year for Aaron Donald. Not to mention, he was the defensive line coach at LSU when they won the national championship in 2019. So this dude knows how to win. So that is the prestigious resume of one Bill Johnson. So even if he's not going to be the primary defensive line coach for our Chicago Bears, the dude is still a damn good coach, and he knows how to win. And I'm excited to see what he does with this Bears team, even if he's not the primary defensive line coach. And the Brokey says, oh, okay, I'm literally just finding this out while you're live. It's going on. Yeah. A lot of people didn't know what his role would be. And again, Brad Biggs had wrote in the paper this morning that he's not going to be the primary D-line coach. I think the Bears are still waiting on somebody that they want to bring in to do that, but he is going to be a defensive assistant. So either way, we got him on staff. So it can't hurt that we have a proven coach on the defensive staff to help Dennis Allen out, and somebody that has worked with Dennis Allen in the past. So, I mean, the hire is legit either way. So I'm happy about it. Hey, Mr. Winston, what's up, bro? He says, no excuses. Now we have highly qualified coaches, and now the players got to go out and perform. Absolutely, my dude. Absolutely. I mean, this coaching staff is one of the best I've ever seen in my lifetime as a Bears fan. And I've been alive for 44 years. So, I know some of y'all out there are a little bit older than me. Y'all been around a little bit longer than me. But we all know that the Bears have not had this caliber of coaching staff here in a long time. So, the fact that we got Ben Johnson and Randall L. and Dennis Allen and Bill Johnson. Also, there's a lot of rumor and conjecture that we're going to get Dan Rochard on board as offensive line coach for your Chicago Bears. That has not been official yet, but I saw 4 different people come out, whether it be Twitter leakers or even Clay Harbor himself came out on radio yesterday and said that the rumors that he's hearing down there in Mobile during the Senior Bowl is that the Bears are going to hire Dan Rochard. Again, he said those are rumors, but that's what he's hearing. And again, I had like 3 different Twitter leakers come out last night and say that, yeah, the Bears are definitely bringing in Dan Rochard to be the offensive line coach. So let's find out a little bit about Dan Rochard, shall we? To the Twitters. So Dan Rochard was on the Saints, and he was the O-line coach on the Saints from 2016 to 2020. So in the time that he was the Saints O-line coach for those few years, this dude produced multiple Pro Bowlers. Multiple. We got Larry Warford, who was a 3-time Pro Bowler. Andre Pete, who was a 3-time Pro Bowler. Max Unger, who was a Pro Bowler. Then you got Teron Armstead, who was a 3-time Pro Bowler and a 1-time All-Pro. And then Ryan Ramczyk, who was also a 3-time All-Pro. Multiple Pro Bowlers that this dude, Dan Rochard, has produced. Now, as far as what else he's been doing, all over his coaching history, he's been in college a lot. He's currently the Tulane offensive line coach and different things like that. But this dude right here, he clearly knows how to coach the offensive line. So if the Bears do indeed hire him, this will be a home run hire, in my opinion. I love it. I hope that this is what happens. Again, multiple Twitter leakers, I use those air quotes, Twitter leakers for the Bears have said that this dude is in fact a hire. Even Clay Harbor, who's the analyst for CHSN, said on the radio yesterday that this is the name that he's hearing that the Bears are going to hire eventually. So it does seem like the winds are blowing in this dude's direction to be the Bears offensive line coach. So if that happens, that will be a slam dunk home run hire, in my opinion. But we'll have to wait until the word becomes official that he is the man. But still, the other people that we're interviewing as well, we're interviewing Justin Fire of Ohio State. He's the offensive line coach at Ohio State. I wouldn't even be mad at that. I mean, Ohio State pumping out NFL linemen every year, so I can't get mad at that at all. Also, we are interviewing the O-line coach from the University of Notre Dame. Again, another program that routinely pumped out offensive line talent like it ain't nothing. I mean, Joe Alt, Zach Martin, Who else? Quentin Nelson. I think they're all from Notre Dame, and they've all had like great NFL careers as linemen. So I'm not mad at Ben Johnson looking to Ohio State and Notre Dame to pluck their O-line coach talent. I'm not mad at that at all because those programs routinely pump out quality offensive linemen in the NFL. So we can poach one of those people. Oh yeah. I'm all about that, y'all. So how are y'all feeling about the coaching hires so far? Are y'all guys on board? Are y'all like, yeah, let's go. We got this. Are y'all feeling good about it? You're not feeling good about it. Let your boy Vibe know. Let your boy Vibe know. How you feeling about these offensive line hires? Yo, let me know, man. Let me know. So we got a few people in the chat. We don't have that many people in the chat today. We got 7 people out here watching the live stream. Let me know how y'all feel about the offensive, not the offensive line. Let me know how y'all feel about the actual hires in the chat. Also, shout out to all of you all who are watching this live stream now or who might come back and watch it later or who watch any of the content on the channel since I've been doing it since November. The channel is now monetized, which means you guys can super chat, super thank, all that good stuff. We're not fully monetized yet, but we do have the fan funding monetization of YouTube activated here. So if you guys want to drop a super chat, feel free. However, it'd be much better for me personally if you guys drop a PayPal donation. The link is in the description if you want to do that. But super chats are active if you guys want to do that. And I would not be able to have been monetized without you all. So thank you for supporting the content to a point that YouTube has now monetized this channel. So appreciate y'all. Thank you for that. It would not be possible without you all. I love coming on here each and every day to make Bear content, and you guys show up each and every day to like take it all in. We can have fun conversations, or we can have fun conversations about our Bears, whether we agree or disagree. It's all in fun, man, and I appreciate y'all being here as we rock out with this Bear content here in 2025 and beyond. Also, the Bears made another hire. This one is not as universally proclaimed as the hires that we previously made, but we do have another Bears hire here, which I will highlight here in a moment as soon as I find the bookmark. Where is it? Where is the damn? Where are my bookmark? Oh, you know what? All right, let me see what's going on here. No, what are we doing? Okay, give me a second, y'all. Of course, now when you need the damn bookmarks, you can't find them. There it is. Okay, so the Bears did make another hire. This time, the Bears have hired former Jaguars offensive coordinator Press Taylor. Now, a lot of people are not really feeling this particular hire because the Jags offense was not that good, and he was the coordinator with Doug Peterson. I personally am not really overreacting to this particular hire because he's not going to be the offensive coordinator for the Bears, so it doesn't matter. He's going to be another glorified film nerd to do research for Ben and Declan, and that's pretty much what he's going to do. I don't know if you all remember the last passing game coordinator that we had, because that's why we're bringing Press Taylor in. He coming in to be the Bears passing game coordinator. The last passing game coordinator that the Chicago Bears had, you all, was Thomas Brown. And before he became offensive coordinator, he did not even talk to Caleb Williams, if you can believe that. Now, is that how this new coaching staff is going to treat the passing game coordinator? I don't know. But the last passing game coordinator that we had didn't even talk to Caleb Williams. So clearly the hire is not that big of a deal as far as players and different things like that. Again, I think Press Taylor is being brought in to study film, help out Declan Doyle and Ben Johnson with whatever game planning that he can do. And that's pretty much going to be the end of it for him. Not really too hung up on this one. I know he doesn't have a great reputation from the Jaguar fans and different things like that. But here's a special note about Press Taylor. Apparently, he was on the Eagles coaching staff with Doug Peterson back in 2017 when the Eagles won the Super Bowl. And Press Taylor is the one that was responsible for the trick play that they ran in the Super Bowl, the Philly Special. That guy right there that you're watching on my screen was responsible for the Philly Special. So, the dude is not a complete nobody. Clearly, he had been around winning programs in his coaching tenure as well, and he came up with a trick play that actually worked in the Super Bowl. So, he's not a complete just tomato can. He has some offensive prowess to him. But again, we're not really bringing him in to have any big role on the offense. He's the passing game coordinator for the Chicago Bears. So even if you don't like him, it's irrelevant. He doesn't have a big role. Who cares? But if he can help Ben Johnson come up with more trick plays, oh, hell yeah. Absolutely. Sign me up, bro. Sign me up. So the Press Taylor hire doesn't really move the needle with me. I don't really care about it that much, but it is cool to have another brain that can help Ben and Declan come up with some crazy plays for the Bears when the time comes. Now, I know some people roll their eyes when we talk about running trick plays and different things like that. So let me just say this real quick, and I think Ben Johnson even alluded to it in his introductory press conference, right? The Bears are not running any trick plays until they get the fundamentals correct. So until the offensive line shows that they can hold up, until we actually get a established, successful, sustained running game, until the passing game shows that it has life, I don't think the Bears are going to be running any trick plays, because the reason why the Lions were able to run so many trick plays is because their offense was established. They had the fundamentals down, and Ben Johnson felt comfortable enough to run those trick plays because the players had the basic fundamentals down pat. You're not doing trick plays with the Chicago Bears immediately. He still has to install his offense first. Now, will it have a trick play or two in it? Of course. But that doesn't mean he's going to run those right away. He's going to make sure that the Bears offense can execute the fundamentals first. And then when they show that they can do that, that's when they will graduate to the trick plays. So I would not be surprised if you don't really see too many trick plays in the Bears offense, like probably not until like maybe the second half of the season this year. Because again, we got to make sure that we got the fundamentals down first. And then once we got the fundamentals down, then we could graduate into trick plays. All right, Brokey says, people are morons. All they do is say the Jags suck. He sucks. Newsflash, Trevor Lawrence had back-to-back 4,000 passing yard season before he was injured last season. Yeah, Trevor Lawrence was making some progress. So yeah, people overreact to a lot of things, Brokey, man. So we can't really pay too much attention to people. But Press Taylor's role with the Bears is going to be limited compared to what he's done in the past. So I'm not too worried about it, like I said. He said during those 2 seasons, Lawrence had over 65% completion. Okay, I mean, I think Caleb had like 62% completion, so that's not that big of a leap for Caleb, but anything is better than 62%, so I'll take it. I'll take it. That's what's up. So, if you guys got any questions, comments, anything you want to talk about, please feel free to throw it in the chat. Again, I appreciate y'all being here, so thank you for that. Let me make sure I'm not missing any real-time news here. I have a list on Twitter for all things Chicago Bears. I got a bunch of Chicago Bears people in there that break news and different things like that. So I don't miss anything that breaks about the Chicago Bears. It seems like the main thing we're waiting on right now is the offensive line hire. They are supposed to be interviewing Dan Rouchard today. So that news might come down today. But we're still waiting for that. And like I told you guys, everybody thought that Bill Johnson was going to be hired to be the defensive line coach, but Brad Biggs says that that's not the case. So we're still also waiting for who they're going to hire as a defensive line coach. So we're still waiting for a few news nuggets to come down. They may come down today. They may not. I don't know. But if anything breaks through in this live stream, you all will be the first to know, because I got it on lock here on my Twitter. So I got everything right in front of me here. So if something happens, that bad boy, y'all will know. We will know. And hell, y'all know. Y'all probably know before I know. Y'all probably be the ones to tell me, because y'all stay on top of things too, and that's the cool thing. So I love y'all and I appreciate y'all hanging out. But yeah, if y'all got any questions or comments, feel free to drop them in the chat. All right, Brokey says, notice how Bears are hiring younger coaches on offense and older coaches on defense. I did notice that. I did notice that. I think that's pretty interesting. I think here's what I think about that, Brokey. It seems like the young, innovative offensive minds are the ones that are running the NFL right now. Besides Andy Reid, you got Nick Sirianni over there. You got Ben Johnson, and Detroit was in the playoff before they got eliminated. Matt LaFleur, Kevin O'Connell. Obviously, Dan Quinn is the defensive coach, but Cliff Kingsbury is the offensive coordinator for the Commanders. So it seems like the young offensive minds are the ones that are having the most success in the league. And I think Ben Johnson knows that. The other reason why I think Ben Johnson is hiring more younger offensive coaches on that side of the ball is because he wants to keep these people here for a while. He wants sustained success. And you can't really have sustained success if you got people coming in and out of your coaching staff. So I think he's trying to give these young up-and-comers a chance because they're going to stick around for at least 2 or 3 years. They're not like Declan Doyle is not getting hired next year to go anywhere. He's not going nowhere. Antoine Randall is probably not getting hired to go anywhere next year. Probably not. Press Taylor definitely not getting hired anytime soon to go anywhere. So these people are going to be around for 2 to 3 years minimum to help develop Caleb and the Bears offense into what they ultimately will become. They're not going to get poached. So I think that's a big, big reason why you're seeing the hires you're seeing, because they're not getting poached. Consequently, the same thing on defense. Dennis Allen, not going anywhere. He's been a head coach twice. Rarely do you get a third time to be a head coach in the NFL. He's not going anywhere. Now, the one guy that might get poached from the Bears coaching staff is Al Harris. That dude is a superstar coach. So he is currently the defensive back head coach for not head coach, but he's the defensive back coach for the Chicago Bears. It would not surprise me at all if the Bears defense lights it up next year and Al Harris gets a defensive coordinator role. He is a superstar coach. So he could very well be poached next year. It would not surprise me at all. I hope it doesn't happen, but it wouldn't surprise me if Al Harris is not the Bears defensive back coach next year because he gets a promotion to defensive coordinator. That's going to happen sooner rather than later. So if somebody's going to get poached from the Bears, it's going to be Al Harris. He's gone. Like, I don't expect to keep him long at all. But I'm even surprised we got him because he could have got a defensive coordinator role this cycle, but he's here with Chicago, so bless us, we got him. But he's getting poached. No, I don't think anybody else is getting poached from the offense. I don't think so. I'm also kind of surprised to see what's happening in Detroit because I really thought that Dan Campbell would promote from within, but the only person that he promoted from within is the guy on defense, I think Kevin Shepard. It seems like everybody that didn't do everything on offense over there, he getting from the outside. He brought Johnny Morton in from the Broncos. Now, Johnny Morton he was a part of Dan Campbell's coaching staff a few years ago, but then he went off to the Broncos. So he brought in Johnny Morton. And now the other guy that's in Detroit, Tanner Estrange, however you pronounce his last name, I thought he might get promoted, but now he's going probably to the New York Jets to be with Aaron Glenn. So I'm like, I don't know what Dan Campbell's doing on offense. I thought he would promote people, but it seemed like people are like getting let go or not being promoted. Now, the one guy that did get a promotion is Hank Fraley, their offensive line coach. I think he made him assistant head coach or something like that now. So Fraley did get a promotion. So that's the one person that he did keep. I was hoping that the Bears would get him as O-line coach, but Dan Campbell was like, nah, fam, you're not doing that. So we're still looking, y'all. We're still looking. All right, Brokey says, let me tell you. Good point, Vipe. Also, they pay Ben and Dennis Allen so much they need to save by paying a little less for younger, proven guys. Listen, yo. True, but also these coaching hires do not go against the salary cap. And the Chicago Bears are a $7 billion organization, so they have money to pay people. Okay, money is not an obstacle for the Chicago Bears organization. They've been cheap for so long, they probably have a lot of money saved up. So they can go out and hire whoever the hell they want and coach for coaching because it doesn't count against the salary cap and they have money. So I don't know if that's that big of a deal as far as on the coaching side. Now, when free agency starts, that's when you got to be careful with the money because you have a salary cap in place and you got to worry about that stuff. But the coaches, not really a big thing. He also says, talk about a coaching staff that's been poached. The Lions coaches are leaving in droves. I wonder if Brunell will stay there. Yeah, that's the other thing. The Lions coaching staff have been gutted, fam. I don't think the Lions are going to be nearly as good as they were next year. They are going to take a decline. I know Dan Campbell is still in place as the head coach, but all of his assistants are practically leaving or gone. It's crazy over there what's happening. I don't know if I've ever seen anything like it, to be honest with you. But it was coming. He had to know it was coming, though. They've been holding on for so long. But once Ben left, it seemed like everybody started leaving. But they lost Ben, they lost Aaron, and now they losing everybody else. It's crazy what's going on in Detroit. He says, it goes against George Porgy-Waller, though. Listen, George has enough money, okay? George is doing just fine. I don't think he's going to be hurting for too much, but George is okay. We're not worried about George's pocket. George is fine. But yeah, we are still waiting for the official offensive line. Oof. Oh, well, we got news. It's not Bears news, but we got news. So the last team I'm looking for a head coach currently is the New Orleans Saints. I know this is the Bears show, but I want to talk about this real quick. Apparently, Kellen Moore is not that sold on the Saints job, and he is supposed to be the leader in the clubhouse to get that job, but he's not sold on it. Oof. Oh, man. And then our boy Aaron Lemon says, who knew that a team in complete cap hell with a mediocre roster and no QB would be unattractive? Aaron throwing daggers at him, yo. Woo! Wow. How embarrassing is that for an organization that you have a head coach opening that nobody wants? They were thought to be like the front runner for Mike McCarthy. Not happening. Now their potential leading candidate, Kellen Moore, is not sold. If Kellen Moore backs out, oh my God. Like, what are they going to do, yo? Who are they going to go get? That is crazy to me that the Saints cannot find a head coach. Like, oh my, I don't think, that's something that I've never seen before. I've never seen an organization not be able to land any like credible candidate. Like, what are we doing here? I don't know. That's weird. But I just found that very interesting from a Saints perspective. Like, what are they going to do, yo? What are they going to do? All right. Like I said, any last thoughts, comments, or whatever, please feel free to throw them in the chat. Brokey says, I'm shocked McCarthy or Doug Peterson aren't hired by the Saints. Maybe, okay, but McCarthy's not going to be, he doesn't want it. McCarthy already said that he's waiting until next year for openings. He's not taking the Saints opening. So McCarthy's not taking it. Maybe Doug Peterson might take it if he really that desperate, but Doug Peterson is a Super Bowl winning head coach. So I don't know if he has to be that desperate to take the Saints job. But I mean, if they throw the bag at him, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, the Saints might have to go out and get some young, hungry up-and-comer to try to take that job like the Jags did with Liam Cohen. I don't know. Yeah, McCarthy backed out, yo. McCarthy's like, no, fam, I'm good. Yeah, Mike McCarthy said, no, thank you. I'm waiting until next year. I am not taking the Saints job. So they don't have McCarthy as an option anymore. And it looks like Kellen Moore might back out unless they really like entice him into taking that job. It's going to be a wrap. But we'll find out. But like I said, I appreciate y'all being here. Again, the channel is now monetized, so you guys do have the option to throw super chats in there. Also, if you do want to consider donating via PayPal, that'll be a lot better for me because I get more of your money and I get it sooner. So if you guys want to donate via PayPal, I'm going to put the link in the chat there. So there's the link there. So feel free to click that link and donate via PayPal. If you are willing and able, you do not have to do that. I just want to make sure I put that out there. You do not have to donate. You're not required, but it does help me out because I'm still unemployed and dealing with all that stuff. So if you guys want to donate, feel free, but you are not required. But I appreciate y'all being here and hanging out. We shall see what the Bears do with these upcoming hires. We'll see if this Dan Broussard news breaks by the end of the day. If it does, I will have a video on the channel ready to go if that does indeed happen. So be on the lookout for a video at some point today if we get breaking news. If not, then we'll see what happens either way. But enjoy your Friday. Be kind, be safe out there. And I will catch you guys on the next episode of Bears Yard. So, bear down.